If you've ever been betrayed by someone you thought you could trust, you know how much it hurts. Smash that like button, subscribe, and buckle up, because this is one of the darkest and most heartbreaking revenge stories you'll hear today. I'm a 46-year-old man, and I thought I had the perfect marriage. My wife, 49, and I had been together for 7 years, married for 4. Every morning, she'd make me coffee. It was a little ritual that felt like love in liquid form, but 3 weeks ago, things started feeling wrong. After finishing my morning mug, my head would spin, my stomach would twist, and sometimes my hands shook so badly I couldn't even button my shirt. At first, I blamed work stress or maybe bad food, but deep down, something gnawed at me. 2 days ago, I came home early from work. The house was quiet, except for the faint clink of a spoon in the kitchen. I walked in and froze. There was my wife, leaning over my favorite mug, pouring a fine, strange-looking powder from a small, unmarked vial. When she noticed me, her hand trembled. The vial vanished into her pocket faster than I could blink. "Just a new coffee mix," she stammered. She wouldn't even look me in the eye. And in that instant, all the nausea, the dizziness, the shaking, it all came rushing back in my mind like puzzle pieces clicking into place. That night, I asked her calmly, "What was in that vial?" Her eyes welled up. She claimed it was a natural supplement to help me feel better. But when I pressed her, "What supplement? From where? Why was it hidden?" she had no answers, just tears and shaky excuses. Something inside me snapped. Fear, betrayal, the horrifying thought that maybe, just maybe, the person I loved most was slowly poisoning me. I told her I needed space, that she should stay at her mom's house for a few days. She sobbed, accused me of overreacting, said I was breaking her trust. But she left. And when the door shut, I locked it, checked it 3 times, and sat there shaking, too scared to even look at the coffee pot. I kept the vial. Just holding it made my skin crawl. I didn't dare test it myself, but every time I looked at it, I thought about the dizziness, the nausea, my weakening body. The next morning, I couldn't even stand straight. My chest felt tight, my skin clammy. My hands shook so violently I nearly dropped my phone. That's when I realized I couldn't ignore this anymore. With trembling fingers, I called 911. I explained everything, my symptoms, the vial, my wife's secrecy. The dispatcher's calm voice did little to mask the seriousness of the situation. "Sir, you need to get to the hospital immediately. Keep that vial safe. Officers will meet you there." I could barely drive, but somehow I made it. The hospital lights were blinding as they hooked me up to IVs, ran blood tests, checked my vitals. The doctor's face darkened as he looked at my results. "Something's off in your blood work," he said. "We're sending samples to the lab. You need to stay here for observation." The police arrived shortly after. When I handed over the vial, their expressions hardened. They didn't tell me what they suspected, but their silence was louder than words. Meanwhile, my phone buzzed non-stop with texts from my wife. "I'm sorry. It's just an herbal energy boost from a friend. I never meant to hurt you. Please let me come back home." But every message made my stomach churn. If it was so innocent, why hide it? Why lie? I told her, "Stay at your mom's. We'll talk when I know what's happening." Her replies became frantic. Apologies mixed with sobbing voicemails. She sounded broken, but trust was already shattered. Revenge isn't always about dramatic traps or cinematic takedowns. Sometimes it's colder, simpler, about reclaiming control when someone you love tries to strip it from you. So I did the only thing I could. I cut her out. I told the police everything. I handed over the evidence. I told the doctors every detail. And most importantly, I made sure she knew she wasn't welcome back in my home. Because if she truly was poisoning me, then the real revenge would come not from me, but from the truth, from the law, from the weight of her own choices. Now, as I lay in a hospital bed with IV fluids dripping into my veins, I'm waiting. waiting for the lab results, waiting for the police to confirm what I already suspect. My body feels weak, but my resolve has never been stronger. Because here's the thing. Love without trust isn't love at all. And she destroyed that trust the moment she poured something unknown into my morning coffee. The revenge? Watching her world collapse under the weight of her lies. The cops are investigating. The doctors have confirmed something foreign is in my system, and she's still sending me messages begging me to forgive her, to let her come home. But I won't. Not now. Maybe not ever. Her tears, her apologies, they don't erase the nausea, the dizziness, the sleepless nights of checking the locks in my own house. She wanted to control me with her secret. Instead, she lost everything. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Betrayal rarely comes from enemies. It comes from the people we trust most. And when that trust is broken, revenge isn't about hurting them back. Sometimes, it's simply about walking away and letting them live with what they've done. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and tell me in the comments, what would you do if you caught your partner slipping something into your coffee? And don't forget to subscribe for more shocking Reddit revenge stories just like this one.